Hey you guys, it's Erica with Croupins, Poopin' Scoopin', and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are interested in hearing about why it's important to have a debt-free business, stick around. All right, before we hop into this, I just want to let you guys know that I am not a financial professional or a tax professional. Anything that I'm talking about in this video is my own personal opinion. And if you need advice from a professional, contact one, because I am not one. And I will not be held liable for anything that you do, because this video is just for your entertainment. Got it? Sounds good? I hope that that covers my butt in the legal sense. But anyways, all right, so I just want to talk about debt-free business. I have a debt-free business. Yeah, the crowd goes wild. I talked about this in another video. If I can figure out how to link that, I will. But I don't really think that I'm quite there yet in this whole YouTube editing thing. But I did just get a ring light, so I'm super excited about that. So I'm making little moves to try to make this YouTube thing a little bit better. But I was listening to Randy from Dolan Cut and Trim. I hope I said that right. And I get a lot of ideas and inspiration basically from his videos. And he's totally awesome, and him and I have chit-chatted a couple times, and I really appreciate the advice that he has given to me. But I was watching one of his videos earlier, and it made me think about the coronavirus and everything that's going on right now. And it just made me so appreciative that I have a debt-free business. We have a pet waste removal group, and everybody's scared. Everybody's scared, not just pet waste removal, but with everything that's going on with the waiters and waitresses and the airlines, everybody basically losing their jobs right now. This is a scary time in the United States. Back in 07? Back in 07, when the economy was in really bad shape, I was pretty much fresh out of high school, and I was working at my hospital job. So I didn't really feel the effects of what actually happened because I still had a job. I was still out partying, living my wild life, racking up all sorts of debt. Credit cards, slide, buying fresh new outfits to go out on a Friday night, just spending money that I didn't have. I learned my lesson. I've done this twice. I've gotten myself into debt twice. But the last time that I did it, I said I would never, ever do this again. So now fast forward, I'm in my 30s now. Things are a lot different. I have made a lot of decisions and cut back on a lot of things in order to pay down our debt. My husband and I, we are not debt free yet, but we are getting closer and closer every day. Yeah. Some days it's a little closer. Some days I feel like we're taking a step back, but we haven't gone any more into debt. Just car issues, furnace issues, owning a house is super expensive. So stuff like that. But we've been able to cash flow all of that, and that's what's really important. We haven't had to put anything on a credit card, which we don't have a credit card to put it on. So we want to be able to do that anyways, because I did a plastectomy. I don't know if any of you guys listen or watch Dave Ramsey, but he talks about a plastectomy. I believe it's a plastectomy. But yeah, where you cut up all your credit cards. So I totally did that. So we don't even have any more of those credit cards to put any debt on. But I'm getting off topic here. I went and got new tires at a tire company, and they totally tried to talk me into opening up a credit card. And I was like, no, sir. I'm gonna pay cash. It hurt a little bit, but whatever, it's taken care of. But my business is debt free, and it's going to stay that way. And I'm gonna tell you why. It has to stay debt free because like I said in the beginning, I can't handle the stress of having to worry if a customer falls off, am I going to be able to pay a car payment? Or am I going to be able to pay on a loan that I borrowed money from somebody. I don't want to have to deal with that. And for the most part, like a pet waste removal company, you can do it dirt cheap. And trust me, I have been doing it dirt cheap. It is pretty much as cheap as I can get it. The truck that I have, it's rusty, but she gets the job done. The car that I have, I've had my Cobalt, which I'll have to do a video on the Cobalt because that is actually what I started with. I've had her since I was 19 years old, and I am, how old am I? I'm gonna be 33 this year. So I've had that car for a very long time, and she's still going strong. She's paid off, my truck's paid off. I've actually purchased 3 vehicles. The first vehicle that I purchased was a Ranger. I think it was somewhere around 1,100 bucks. Cash flowed that. It was a stick. You guys, I learned how to drive a stick for my business. Like, that's how serious I was about my business. Quickly learned that a stick is not ideal for route work. So I bought another truck. That truck was a hunk of junk. It was loud. It had a hole in the floorboard. The key would get stuck. So I was like, meh, I don't want to deal with that. So then I got my Chevy Colorado. Cash flowed that. And I've had that Chevy Colorado, I would say almost a year now. Granted, I've had to put a lot of work into her, but she's made me a lot of money. And I don't have to pay for a payment, which makes me feel good, and which is going to bring me to this next topic of the coronavirus and how it is affecting everybody. I'm trying to circle back because I can get off topic. If I lose customers, it's going to suck. I've worked so hard to get these customers. I don't want to lose them. I really don't. But I understand that people are going to be going through hardships right now and in the future, and they're going to have to cut back on things. And at the making of this video, I have lost 1 customer so far, which bums me out. But I totally understand. But I have a sense of peace that is over me because I know that I don't have a car payment that I need to pay. I don't have a car payment. I don't have a brick and mortar store that I have to pay rent on. I don't have any loans on my business that I have to make sure that I can pay. The only thing that I need to be able to pay my insurance. I need to be able to put gas in my vehicle. I need to be able to purchase my supplies, which I keep low. And I need to be able to pay my employees. And then obviously pay myself enough to cover my house bills. But we keep our house bills really low. I can do a whole video on that if you guys want to hear about that and what my husband and I do to cut costs with stuff. But if customers fall off, I'm gonna be okay. If I lose all of them, I probably wouldn't be okay. But if I lost 25% of them, my business could still function. So if I have some customers that are unable to pay their regular payment, I have the flexibility to actually drop down their payment because I'm not so strapped. My prices aren't at the bottom of the barrel, but they're not also the highest of high. Like I'm in a sweet spot. I'm somewhere right there in the middle. So I do have leeway. And that is what is so comforting to me. There's times when I see other companies and I see their trucks and they have it all lettered up and wrapped and they just look sweet. I'm like, oh man, I get FOMO. I want that truck. A couple weeks ago, I was actually thinking crazy. I was thinking about going and getting a lease or going to get a loan. I'm like, oh, I could totally afford that. Well, this coronavirus and everything that's going on was a huge reality check. It was like slap. Really put me back into perspective. Not that I would have like jumped and went and did it, but the fact that I was even thinking that because I was feeling a certain kind of way. I was like, oh, my customers will like respect me more if I pull up in a nicer vehicle, or when I'm driving down the street and somebody pulls up next to me and they see my truck, it won't be like, oh, look at that poop scooping girl. It'll be like, oh yeah, that poop scooping girl's looking fly. Nobody is even gonna think that. Nobody cares but me. My customers don't care that my vehicle is a little rusty. My customers don't care that I have magnetic signs on my truck. My customers do not care that most of my uniforms are no-name brand and unbranded. You know what my customers care about? My customers care about me showing up and doing my job. My customers care about me sanitizing my equipment. My customers care about me closing the gate every time I leave. Yeah, I'm sure the customers wouldn't want me to show up in some booty shorts, right? And a little tank top. No, that wouldn't be good. But some regular shorts that don't have branding on them, okay. I'm sure my customers wouldn't want me to show up to their house with a super loud vehicle that's disturbing the neighborhood or leaking oil into their driveway. But they don't care about a little bit of rust. And they could care less about my magnets. So it's just like when I get in my own head, it's the reality of it all. And the customers really care about how you treat them and how you make them feel. And that's what the priority is. So what I hope that you really get out of this video is, if you can, keep your business debt-free. Don't give in to pressures of other people telling you that you need to look a certain way or you need to run your business a certain way. Run it how you see fit, okay? And as you grow, that's when you can purchase new things, but cash flow it. Do not borrow it. And this is one thing I learned from Dave Ramsey. The borrower is slave to the lender. And I don't want that. And you don't want that either. Because at times like this, I am not in freak out mode. And I don't want you to be in freak out mode either. Because situations like this always happen. If it's a virus that's taking everybody out, or something happens to me or happens to my family that takes me out of business for a little bit, I can skip a week, or I can skip a week or two of scoops. And yeah, it would suck. I would lose a couple $1,000s, but my whole entire business wouldn't crumble. All right, so I hope that spoke to you guys. I hope this was of some value to you. If you have any suggestions or anything that you want to add to it, drop it in the comments. And if you like this video, give me a big thumbs up. And if you didn't like this video, there's a button for that too, but don't do that. Give me a thumbs up. And until next time, talk to you later. Bye.